Hello, my name is James Hackett. I have Asperger syndrome, also known as high-functioning autism or ASD. In this video, I'm going to talk about a characteristic that most people with Asperger's or high-functioning autism have, and it is a cloak. It's a cloak that all these people wear. Now, this cloak I'm speaking of isn't the cloak that I'm wearing, isn't this cape, but it's a different kind of cloak, and I wear it too, and a lot of other people wear it too, and it's invisible. Basically, it's an invisible cloak. What is this visible cloak, I say? Well, this invisible cloak is basically makes people with Asperger's appear that they don't have Asperger's, that they don't struggle with specific things characteristic to the disability. It makes them look normal. It makes them look like they don't have Asperger's. For example, say you as a person with Asperger's, or you as a person that doesn't have Asperger's, that sees a person with Asperger's, and they try to socialize. That person with Asperger's that struggles in socializing may not appear that they have some kind of struggle in that area. It may appear to them that they are completely normal in that area, but then later on, the person observing with the person with Asperger's may start noticing some things that are different, characteristic of high-functioning autism, and they may get a little confused until they realize later that this person has Asperger's or high-functioning autism. But from the beginning, they may appear that they don't. This is the characteristic of the invisible cloak. Another example can come about when a person with Asperger's talks to someone at school, like a college professor, about their struggle in school, such as maybe making inferences or paying attention, or or struggling with school in a specific area in regards to learning. The professor might think that the person might be exaggerating a little bit. The person with Asperger's talking about the struggle may appear that what they are talking about is a struggling level that would match someone that doesn't have Asperger's. Like they would say, I struggle with concentrating. I struggle with getting overwhelmed when I do a lot of homework assignments. And it may appear that that person with Asperger's is normal, and they're just simply complaining about something that is normal and just making a big deal about it. When in truth, this thing that they're struggling with in regard to school is really actually very, very challenging. But it may appear that it isn't so challenging to the other person, and that they're just making a big deal about it. That again is a characteristic of the cloak. And that can apply to many other things that people with Asperger's struggle with, like sensory issues, etc. When they talk about it and feel upset, it may appear to another person that they're making a big deal about it, but they're really not. They really are struggling. Like socialization, they are really struggling in that. And if they feel overwhelmed about something or depressed, they really are. There's legitimate reasons why they're feeling depressed. There's some real issues here, and they are big issues. But it may appear that the person's exaggerating. Though I thought I'd mention about this. These are all characteristics of this invisible cloak. And most people with Asperger's, it will appear that they are normal, and that they're just kind of exaggerating the things that they're struggling, when really it's just a normal thing that everybody deals with. But in truth, it's really not. So, so if you ever meet a person with Asperger's and they talk about the struggles, keep that in mind. And also, if you have Asperger's and you want to, and you're seeking help, such as if you're in college and you want to talk to the professor to accommodate you with your struggles, such as could I maybe sit in front of the class, or you know, I struggle with taking notes. Is there any way you could help me? You know, keep in mind that you know, you may appear normal to them, but so, and how to kind of, so this brings me to a last thing I want to talk about in regards to that. If you have Asperger's and want to talk to someone about a struggle you have and what they could do to help you, be very specific about what you're struggling with, and give a lot of examples, and really make it clear to them, like, what you struggle at, how you struggle at it, and give examples, so that way the person knows, you know, very well what the struggle is and the intensity of it. Alright, well, I thought I'd mention that, and thank you for watching, and good luck with everything.